Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Monday Motivation. First off, as always, I'd like to thank people, all people over on Facebook who wished me and my wife a happy anniversary. It's been 16 wonderful years. I definitely appreciate all the love and the support that you guys showed me over there. So let's get into it. This Monday, I want to tell you guys a story. I want to tell you the story of a woman, a young woman, who, against her father's wishes, actually decided that she was going to leave the farm. She was going to leave a sharecropping type situation. So with her young daughter in tow, she decided to leave the sharecropping because she wanted something better. She wanted to do something different. And she took her young daughter and she made her way to the city and eventually became a taxi driver and took care of her children. And that young woman who left with her from the sharecropping situation, she actually became a manager at a bank, a very large bank in New York City. I can also tell you the story of a man who left Georgia. And when he left Georgia, he went by himself to the big city, New York City, and he left his family there in Georgia. And his woman and children was supposed to meet him in New York City, but he never sent for them. And eventually that woman made her way to New York City with her children, only to find that that man had moved on and had started another family. So this young man and these children that moved up with her, they grew up in a single family household in New York City in very poor circumstances. That young woman who left the sharecropping situation with her mom and became the manager of a bank in New York City was my mother. That woman who left the sharecropping situation was my grandmother. One of those young children who came up to New York City with his mom was my father. Now look, my mother and father got together and they wanted something different. They were going to make sure that they stayed together and that they raised their children in the admonition of God, and that they wanted to make sure that they raised their children together in a two-family household. And they actually were very in love with each other. I tell you all of that to tell you this. There's something in our culture called the Sankofa bird. The Sankofa bird is a bird that walks forward but looks behind as it walks forward. I'll leave a link in the description of this video of the Sankofa bird. The Sankofa bird walks forward but looks backward, and it's got an egg in its mouth. It is moving forward, looking backward with an egg in its mouth. It has not forgotten where it came from. It is keeping its eyes where it came from as it moves forward to the future with prosperity, with the egg, with the seed in its mouth, carrying that egg and that seed forward into the future, into where it's going and what it's going to achieve. You have greatness in you. You know why? Because someone in your lineage decided that they were going to leave a situation to do something different, to make an opportunity for you. So don't you ever forget it. Don't forget where you came from. I am a Sankofa bird. You are a Sankofa bird. You are moving your family, your community forward into the future with that egg, that seed in your mouth. And hopefully progress and provision follow with you as you move forward. I've seen a young child, 6, 7 years old, stand up in an audience of hundreds of people and pray. No fear. That young person is my son. So we've put everything that we've learned and everything that we've developed to this point into our children, and we want them to move forward. All right? So have a great week, you guys. I'm just happy that I was able to get through this without getting emotional. All right? So this week, move forward. Don't forget where you came from. and take that egg, take that seed with you as you move forward, because we want the next generation to be better than the last. We want to put them on our shoulders and give them great opportunities. All right. Have a great week, you guys.